Hello, everybody, and happy Saturday. How's everybody doing? Hi, Annie. Hi, Andrea. Good morning. Let me get my drink. Cheers, everyone. Happy Saturday and happy, beautiful day. Even though it's overcast here, we don't have the bit of sunshine out yet. It's still a beautiful day. Good morning, Kathy Caputo. Catherine DeSante, so glad you're here. Let's go into our hearts. I love doing this every morning. Hand on the heart. And slow down the breathing. And then add in love. I like to add in joy. Something that just makes me smile or giggle. Maybe it's Gert and Billy Bob. I haven't seen them. They didn't come by yesterday. So I'm calling them in here today and putting a smile on my face and a smile in my heart. The heart brain is all about feeling good, elevating your energy, your vibration. Just letting everything fall into place in divine time, in divine plan. No stress, no worries. Just be. I love that, to just be. So who else came in? Yeah, they didn't come yesterday. They disappointed me because I didn't get to see them. But I'm sure other people had goodies for them, so they had other places to go. Linda Lemieux, good morning. Catherine Kovacs, hello. And Deirdre, there you are. Thank you for sharing. Those of you who sent a message out to others that said we're here. And let's get our Suzanne in here. And is Kathy Hand in yet? I don't see her. So let's get Kathy and Suzanne and Blue. Where is she? Okay, well, let me read you what the angels had to say last night, which was faith. Happiness is an attitude. We either make ourselves miserable or happy and strong. The amount of work is the same. That's from Francesca Reigler. Saint Teresa of Avila was the first woman to be declared a doctor of the Church. I have always been drawn to her energy and her beautiful writings. She wrote, "Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing away. God never changes. Patience obtains all things. Whoever has God lacks nothing. God alone suffices." It only took 4 weeks for her to write one of the greatest spiritual guides of all times, called The Inner Castle. She truly is one who has inspired me by her faith and her unshakable trust. Through great physical challenges, her faith continued to grow. Dear angels, reading about those who came and went before us can be inspirational and help us to look at our own lives, especially how we respond to situations. This saint struggled with grave physical illness, and instead of focusing on her pain and her dire situation, she turned inward. Dear ones, everything you need to know is inside of you. We encourage you to make it a daily practice to go into your quiet space, free of distractions, and pull out those answers. When you are quiet and still, the words and images will come as if they heard their name being called. Remember that you have options with each given situation. Dear angels, Today, I promise to stand in my faith through all challenges. She is one of the inspirations of my life, and I didn't grow up knowing the saints. I was not Catholic and was not exposed to their teachings and their writings, such as Saint Teresa. But I learned about them spontaneously as they came to me. And there's another Saint Teresa of Lisieux, I think is how you say it. And she's known as the Little Flower. And both of these Saint Teresas really intrigue me, and I just honor them because their lives were so beautiful, even though they had their struggles. There's another saint, Saint Catherine, that I think it was Mary Quincoli introduced me to her, and had actually brought me one of her prayer cards from France when she was there. And she gave it to me, and it was like looking at a picture of myself. If you've ever looked at St. Catherine, she really, I have a lot of similarities to her. And what I learned in researching is that she also had the stigmata of Christ. I thought Padre Pio was the only one, but there were 5 saints who had the stigmata. And Catherine, I believe hers was the crown, is what it showed up as for her. And interesting that they didn't have it from the beginning of their lives. There was some experience that happened, some awakening, and then they had the stigmata. I think it's so interesting to learn about these happenings and to learn how there's just so much that we don't know and so much still to learn. So, say extra prayers for my friend Catherine. She has sepsis again. I sure will, Kathleen. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm going to pull a Kuan Yin card, but let me say hello to others. Kathleen, you love the Little Flower. Me too. You know, I didn't know who she was. She started just coming to me. I had messages from her, and I would smell roses. Every time that she would come and give a message, I'd smell roses, and I'm going, who is this? You know, this is so beautiful. And she actually told me who she was, and she was known as the Little Flower. And when I did the research on that, I found more about her, and what a life. You know, she was so dedicated, but she was ill all of her life. And she went into the convent when she was, I think, 13. She was very young when she went in, but she died young. And just all about the love, all about compassion. She reminds me of Kuan Yin. Catherine Kovacs is here, and who else? Erica. Good morning, Erica. And Deirdre has an eye update. It's opened almost all the way. The pain is gone. Almost there, and grateful. Well, I am so happy to hear that. You just made my morning. Thank you, Deirdre, for sharing your celebration. Good morning, Sally and Tony. Yes, shiny happy peas. That be us. And what else? Deirdre. Yeah, we heal from the inside, but you know that love, as Kuan Yin says, is what really heals. And we certainly do love you, and we have been sending love ever since we knew there was something going on. Leo, good morning, sweet Leo. And Kathy is here. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Sally, you learned about them in church, but learned more on your own. Yeah, I never knew the saints until later in life. I didn't know anything about them. Didn't know really what being a saint meant until later on. And the first saint I ever encountered and ever heard of was St. Anthony. And that was because I think everybody in the world knows to call on St. Anthony when something has gone missing. and you call Anthony to come around and find it for you. What else we got? Kathleen, you have a picture of her on your refrigerator. Of which one? Catherine? St. Catherine? My friend Mary brought me the prayer card. I still have it. I can't put my finger on it at this very moment, but I do have that card with her little, what do you call it? The little charm with the prayer on it. And yeah, I was just blown away when I looked at her. Okay, what else we got? Auntie Jean says, as a Catholic, you always have a patron saint. Mine was the little flower. Yes, a strong rose scent when she was near. I didn't know that, Auntie Jean. I am so happy that she's your patron saint. Good morning, Marlene. And St. Anthony was the first saint for you as well, Deirdre. And St. Anthony and St. Patrick for Leo. Yeah, I think we all knew St. Anthony. He was like, the guy. You really wanted him on your side because you would say the little saying for him to come around that something needed to be found. Now we have Linda. We have our Saint Linda that helps us find things. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say. So happy you all are showing up this Saturday. We still don't see Suzanne. Maybe she had to work. Kathy, do you know if she had to work today? And maybe that's why she's not here. And Kuan Yin says, love your body and live your dreams. I want you to experience all that life has to offer. I want you to see your dreams coming alive in the world. When you love the sacred soul animal of your body as I love you, then you will manifest all that is divinely meant for you and thrive. I love that promise. Love the sacred soul animal of your body as I love you. Beautiful. Thank you, Kuan Yin. And she does. She is the most amazing, loving, compassionate being. And if you've never connected with Kuan Yin, you've really missed out because she is pure, unconditional love. Sally says, your patron saint is St. Christopher, the patron saint of travel. I have a St. Christopher medal that I have, and it's on, I believe, one of my suitcases. I know I have it. It's always there with me when I travel. Deirdre says, I remember when I met Jesus in catechism, I felt like I was flying. It was surreal. Yeah, that energy. Isn't it amazing to feel into that energy and that love? Leo says, in my visit to Brazil, my mom actually lost her keys and asked for St. Anthony to help find them. In gratitude, she offers him 3 bunny hops. That's how we were taught as kids. Oh, how sweet. I never did the bunny hops, but I did call on St. Anthony when something was missing. So did she find her keys? Inquiring minds want to know. You know what I have found over the last few years is calling in Archangel Chamuel with St. Anthony. They're like the dynamic duo of finding things. Every time I do that, it shows up, whatever it is, it shows up immediately. All I have to do is like turn away from it, say that blessing out loud for them to find it, and then there it is. Auntie Jean, I wonder how many of us are recovering Catholics. Probably quite a few. Yeah, that's my guess. I grew up in the Bible Belt in the Southeast, and I was sent to a Southern Baptist church. And that's what I stayed in until I was booted out of the church. That's a story for another day. Leo says, yes, after we find what's missing, we do the bunny hops to show gratitude. Oh, cool. Sally, you call on St. Anthony with Shamuel as well. Oh, Linda, no wonder. Shamuel's your special angel. Linda is wonderful at finding things. She tunes in and she's able to see them and tell us exactly where they are. And I have wonderful stories about Linda helping me and helping some of my clients find items that were lost, that were very special items. So thank you, Linda, for being so tuned in. What is it that Abraham says? Tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. So that's Linda. She can hone in on things. I'm so glad you're with us this morning. Blue, it's about time you got in here. Blue says, good morning. I'm sitting on the back deck listening to birds on a clear blue sky day. I said yesterday, I think might have been enchanting, I said, I think the birds, when they're talking like that, they're telling us stories. They're telling us about their travels and what they see and the people they meet along the way and other animals and their near misses. I really think that's what they're doing. They're telling us about their life. And then they serenade us sometimes. There's certain birds that I just love listening to the rhythm when they sing out. So yes, I envy you because I love birds. And I think if I get the job, I'm going to be house sitting a bird in February. So cross your fingers, because I love cockatiels. And she has, I think, 2 cats and a cockatiel. So that will be an interesting one if I get that one. Kathy Han, my mom taught me to say, infant Jesus lost and found, bring that object somewhere around. Cool. Well, Jesus does know all and see all, so that makes sense too. And Sally's a recovering Catholic. Good morning, Suzanne. We were wondering where you were. And Sally says, I should have sent C. Megan to you, Linda, when she lost her phone. Yeah, Linda could have found it. I have every confidence in Linda Lemieux and in her abilities to locate things. All right, well, this has been a very interesting discussion this morning. So how about a couple of messages from the Tiny Book, and then we'll do our prayers. And I hope you all have an amazing Saturday, whatever you've got planned. I'm going to ask for prayers for me and this area that I'm in. We were supposed to do a land blessing today, but we got a message from the electric company that they're expecting high winds and rain to come in probably in a couple of hours. The rain is supposed to start. And so they're saying there could be loss of power. They're just really not giving a very good prognosis for this afternoon. So we postponed the land blessing to our dismay because I was really looking forward to it. And just pray that that we'll stay safe here where we're at. Okay, and Sally says it's almost like waking up after a horrible hangover. What is? I don't know. I missed a message there from you somewhere. Okay, so page 5, Sally's asking for. And Kathy says, I am a Catholic. I have no real regrets about it. I learned a lot about other denominations, and now I consider all of us a spark of the same divine, thanks to my wonderful mother, my angel. Absolutely. All right, page 5 for Sally. When you start trying to limit yourself spiritually, you have fallen back into the ego way of thinking with punishment and control. Your freedom to choose is not conditional. Wow. Just wow on that one. Yeah. The love that we have in our heart is for everyone. We can't just say, I love Sally, but I don't love Bob. You know, that's not unconditional love. Love has no strings to it. We might not like what somebody's doing or how they are or how they come across to us, but that's the human part. That's the ego part. We love just because we love. That's who we are and what we are. So thank you for picking that message this morning. Okay, 46 is 23 times 2. I'm lost in these messages today. So I don't know what's going on. Sally, prayers for the lonely souls throughout the holidays. Love and comfort to the homeless fur babies. Oh, yes. Thank you for remembering them. I really, my heart goes out to them. I've lived in Florida most of my life, and I see a lot of homeless fur babies. I adopted one. Actually, she adopted me because it was after a hurricane, and she was out in the elements, and you could tell she'd been through it. And she kept coming up every day, just wanting to be in our presence. And finally, we brought her inside, and she learned to adapt to the inside world. Her name was Patsy Cline. She was a very, very special little baby. But there are so many that are out in the elements. And that's hard down here in Florida because we do have some rough weather. Page 23, Deirdre says, or maybe that was the 23 and the 46. I'm catching on, you guys. It's taking me a minute. I realized after I made my tea that it was a decaf tea, and I'm like, wait a minute, I need the caffeine. Okay. 23. We encourage you to live every moment with love in your heart and joy in your life. You will take the love and the joy with you as you enter the light. So make the most of every experience. You know, I have a t-shirt for sale on the website on Angel Speakers that says these words: live every moment with love in your heart and joy in your life. So if you're interested in sharing that message with the world, that's one way to do it. I love t-shirts that make statements and that say things. So that's why I made that one, because this particular message from the angels is a very special one to me. And I try to do that every day, to live with love in my heart and joy in my life. Thank you for picking that one, Deirdre. And page 46 says, Kathy Hand, you are here for such a short time. We encourage you to spend it joyfully. Lose that bag full of doubt and worry. And I'm going to read the one right under it as well. You do not need a micromanager. You've got this. This whole page is good. I'm going to go to the next one. As you learn to accept and embrace those who are teaching you the hard lessons, you are moving closer to your true self of unconditional love. Wow, there was a whole storehouse full of goodies there on that page. That's page 46 if anybody wants to mark it in your book, because I love this. I love that first one. You are here for such a short time. We encourage you to spend it joyfully. Lose that bag full of doubt and worry. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Thank you, Kathy, for choosing that. And Linda wants page 29. My brain cell finally kicked in, Kathy Hand. 46 and 23. Yeah, you all are testing me this morning. I see this. It's all right. I think I passed. Page 29. And besides that, there is no failure. If you listened to my talk the other night on Co-Creators Convergence, I talked about that. That failure is just an opportunity to learn. Page 29. There are times when the messengers of your life lessons have to get beyond your comfort zone in order for you to see things more clearly. We understand that this is uncomfortable and that you would prefer it to be softer and easier for you. Sometimes you need the intensity to get the full impact of the gravity of the lesson. Sometimes we do. Sometimes I have to be hit over the head. It's like, you're not getting it, Teri, and here you go, wham, into a brick wall you go. Sometimes we get it right away. We get that message and we understand it and we know it fully and we move on. But if you're like me, I'm very stubborn. I'll admit it. And stop laughing, Jean and Jean. They know me. They know how stubborn I can be, especially Auntie Jean Lorio. But sometimes those messages come, and because they're delivered so softly and so gently, we don't pay as much attention as when we have the hard lessons that do take us out of our comfort zone. So, and it's not that we're being punished. It's not that we're bad and we're getting this lesson. It's just the way it is. And sometimes the angels are going to use whatever they need to use to wake us up and to help us to see things. Sally, 3 times over the head for you. Lately it's been on the spot. I think I'm more aware now. Yeah, that's it. You know, it's that self-awareness. That is the first step in really understanding life and understanding what we're doing here and the things we go through. You know, the life lessons that we go through and understanding our emotions. It's all about self-awareness, saying hello. Hello, world. Hello, emotions. Hello, experience. And going into it with acceptance. I wish our Marietta was here. Every day I think of her and the AAA, accept, align, allow. And, you know, that's just it, is self-awareness and acceptance, and just keep growing, because we're going to have experiences our whole life until we're not here anymore. So we might as well accept, right? Accept what is and what is coming our way. Okay, I think I got all the requests. I don't see any more page numbers. Oh, that was the hangover part. Okay, I gotcha, Sally. Y'all, it's one of those mornings where my brain is slowly waking up. Okay, I'm just scrolling through the messages for any prayer requests. And Kathy, you needed the 4th message. Lately, in dealing with Colin, all the messages on 46 mean a lot to me. Yeah, 46 was a powerhouse. That one was really full. Yeah, beautiful messages this morning. Thank you all. And let's see what else we got. Our Blue Jean. My mom was an opera singer. We were Congregationalists. Favorite memories of when our dog would escape to the church on Sunday, and when my mom got up to sing, our dog would sing with her. Oh, how sweet. I love that. You know, sometimes I pick something funny to watch, like on Netflix or Prime, before I actually go to sleep at night. I do sometimes go to sleep. And one thing that I've been watching recently is Young Sheldon. I don't know if you are familiar with it, but to me it is hilarious. The things this kid does and comes out with. And recently I saw the one, or several episodes, where he's curious about church. And his mom is a churchgoer, and so he's been going with her and pretty much torturing the pastor, because every time the pastor would get up to deliver the sermon, Sheldon would have a question for him. And if you haven't seen that episode, or there's like several episodes where they're doing that, and it's so funny. And the poor pastor, I think he was ready to have a stroke every time Sheldon would raise his hand. And Auntie Jean says, Kathy, I went to Catholic school and had some wonderful nun teachers. I also drove them crazy because I always asked why, how, or I didn't understand. Yeah, you all are keeping me on my toes. So back to the Sheldon episodes. When I was an adult in church, that's when I started to question and would ask some of the questions that Sheldon was questioning the pastor on. And I was looking at that the other night. I was listening and I'm like, wait, that was me. I asked those same questions and pretty much was told, don't ask questions. It just is what it is. And that didn't sit well with me. So I always was getting in trouble myself in church. Even though I wasn't Catholic, I still got in trouble. And let's see what else. Blue says, as Congregationalists believe that all people are equal in the eyes of God, they consider their own members part of a priesthood of true believers. Okay. And Linda, you were a Congregationalist as well. I think it's a New England thing. I'd never really heard of it either. Kathy, I've always loved Deirdre's prayer, and I'd like to add those who are lost in addiction or loving someone through it. Yeah, I agree. Did Deirdre put the prayer up? Yeah, there we go. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia, and all who walk on her back. World peace and attention to human trafficking through Save Someone's Child. I've already ordered some more gratitude cards. I changed the design of the card. I still have the same questions, or the same thing that it says, which is, I am grateful for you. Who are you grateful for? And I also put a QR code that people can scan and go right to the website of Angel Speakers. And on the back, I listed out the programs that we are doing. The Peace on Earth Tour, Save Someone's Child, the support for families who have addicted loved ones, and the retreats and workshops. So I'm really happy with these new cards, and they should be here by the end of the month. So if anybody would like a few of them or a handful of them, let me know, and I'll make sure I get you some. Kathleen says, I hardly believed anything they told me, but loved being at Mass when I was little, even though it was all in Latin. But even though it was in a different language, you still get the understanding of what's being said, right? I know I do. When somebody's speaking a foreign language to me, I just go into the energy of what they are saying. And even though I don't understand a word of it, I understand the energy of it. Sally, if you have a flyer I can put up around town, I would love to put them up around town. A flyer for, we're working on what we're going to have on the information for human trafficking. And I've got the funds because we did a fundraiser for my birthday and we raised some funds for printing. I was thinking of doing another one at the holidays, if Facebook will let me. We'll do another fundraiser and have enough money to really print out enough of the flyers. I want them everywhere. I want them in every public bathroom that there is. I think that's very important. And yes, I have been in some that has absolutely nothing at all. If someone's in trouble, whether it's human trafficking or addiction, there was no flyers at all, no information. And Deirdre, you'd like some of the cards? Yay! I'll get you some, honey. And Kathy will definitely need some of those cards to share. Awesome. So I did them through Vistaprint, and I can have some sent directly to you. But I also, if you just want a few of them, I can mail those out. Okay, so where are we? I know I need to get to the prayers because it's already time to go. So I'm looking at the ones who said that you wanted some of the cards for Save Someone's Child. Yeah, we'll have the flyers done. I'm really hoping to get this off the ground in January, which is coming up fast. Also in January is the masterclass for 3 months. We're going to dissect emotions and learn a lot of tools and tips about how to work with emotions. And I did a video for it yesterday, and that's up on Instagram, I believe. I'm going to put it other places. But yeah, let's get more people understanding how to work with your emotions and become more emotionally empowered. All right, just looking to see if there's any other prayer requests. Auntie Jean, you were told to stop asking and just accept. That was not acceptable to me. I actually liked the Latin. My husband's families were Congregationalists. Oh, wow. And you'd love some cards for the counter. I'll send those to you, Kathy. Don't go. I know. Well, we've got to get to our prayer time for sure. So if there's any prayer requests, please put those in there in the comments. So let's go in our hearts. I just really feel like it's time to bring in some of that love. We've been having a great discussion, and we all know how to tap in, right? I mentioned earlier, tuned in, tapped in, and turned on. And I love that state of being where we can just be. So just be with me at this moment. We're going into that field of oneness, the universal field of consciousness. When you close your eyes, if you can safely, you close out all distractions. You get to see just love. What's behind your eyelids? When you close your eyes, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you experience? Let's do that together. Let's go into that field of oneness where the light just enters into us. We're able to see warmth. We're able to see words. to see sounds. So just look with your spiritual eyes and see all of the energy that's around you. Maybe hear the birds chirping, or the cat meowing, or the dog barking. Maybe there's an instrument playing softly nearby. Whatever it is, just tune in to that frequency. Everything is frequency. We're vibrating. Our whole body is vibrating. And when we go into our hearts, we increase the level of vibration. We lift up our energy field to where we're so aware of everything around us, but we're especially aware of love. What does love look like when you close your eyes? What does it feel like? Can you touch it? Can you reach your hands out and touch that love that's there? You can actually feel the energy. You can feel the vibration. Let's do this feeling together today. Let's get into the good feel of love and positive energy, encouragement, enlightenment. Let's just be in that beautiful field. And in your field, are there flowers? What kind of flowers do you see? Look around you. Maybe you can smell them. Maybe there's some of the saints that are coming in and allowing you to feel their essence and smell their essence. Maybe a loved one is coming through. I'm sensing a pipe smell, cherry tobacco. Thank you for being here. When you tune in and you release everything else, your senses rise so high and all of your clairs start to kick in to where you do smell the smells, and you see with your spiritual eyes and you hear with your spiritual ears. Let's do that, a sensation exercise together right now. Just listen and smell and feel and see what's around you. What is surrounding you? Are there other energies, maybe from loved ones or from angels, from masters? If you want to tell us what you're experiencing, you can type it in. I'm just enjoying feeling all of this energy that's come into our circle. It feels like we have so many masters that are working with us in addition to Kuan Yin. She's always here with us. But I feel like we have Master Jesus here today. We have some of the apostles. We have masters like Yogananda. We have Master Yeshui, who brought us Reiki. Just feel into who's with you. Is somebody sitting right beside of you or standing with you, maybe whispering in your ear? We're just doing an awareness exercise to see who's here, who has shown up today, who's talking to you. Maybe somebody's touching your hand or your cheek. I feel a lot of grandmother energy coming in. So just hold on to it as long as you can feel the sensation or see them or smell them or hear them. And just say, thank you, I love you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for making your presence known. And feel the love. This is a tender time for many. Many are going through their first holiday without loved ones. And I'm thinking of our sweet Brookie. I know this is a hard time for her, so we want to lift her up. We lift Linda up, and so grateful that I get to be with Linda for this holiday season. Let's lift up our Hope in the UK. Julie Kiss, asking for healing for her. Deirdre, complete healing for your eyes. Anyone else who's struggling. I'm hearing our Blue Jeans Dave to lift him up today. Suzanne, and remembering the troops that are not home with their families for the holidays, sending them some love. Anyone who's alone during this time of year, anyone who's suffering from an addiction, all the children who are in captivity, who are being trafficked, let's remember them and their families. Let's remember the areas of our world where there's conflict and war going on, lives being lost, families grieving for the loss of their loved ones. Let's remember our leaders in the world, lifting them up to be in integrity, to honor that they are responsible for countries, and to lead those countries with dignity, respecting and honoring everyone in their country. Let's love on our Mama Gaia. Thank you, Gaia, for letting us walk on your back. Thank you for nurturing us and for holding us, for giving us everything we need to survive. And then let's look at this beautiful, amazing family that we have brought together. We're here on purpose. There's no accident or coincidence that we are where we are, and that we do what we do every day, which is share love with each other. You are a blessing to the world. You are making an impact in the world because you're lifting the vibration every day. Not only does it touch our hearts, the ones that are here, but in raising the frequency, you're raising the frequency of the whole planet. So thank you. Thank you for being a P for peace, a member of the Angelic River family, for being you, and for just loving unconditionally. That's what we do. So let's do it. Let's say those words that mean so much. It may seem trite to some, but to me, it means everything when I see you saying, thank you, I love you. I know that that's coming from your heart. I know you mean it, and that's what matters. So thank you. All right, so see what we've got going on. If we had any other prayer requests. I did, Auntie Jean. I'm so sorry. I did not steal them on purpose. But I'll make sure you have some of the new ones. Kathleen, not sure if you added him, but add Roy Seacamp to recover from surgery. Yes, we do have him. And yes, Auntie Jean says he's in the grid. And Blue Jean says he's in the grid. So he's double gridded. And Sally says, my dad smoked a pipe and cherry tobacco. My dad is present in tears. I miss him so much. Oh, that's a sweet one. He's always there. Oh, you brought your grandma in. I felt a lot of grandmother energy coming through. And Kathy, it'll be your first Christmas alone without your kids. That's tough, you know? It is tough when you've had them there your whole life, or their whole life, and then they're not there in the physical. And Deirdre, your dad smoked the pipe too, and you can smell it sometimes. Yeah. Beautiful experiences this morning. So let me get Leo playing. And we will get on with our day. All right, here we go. Get the doggies ready. Pocky, Gruff, Razzmatazz. It's time to dance. We are going to have a Zoom meeting on Christmas Day on the Morning Cuppa. So if y'all want to be on, come on in. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all. So glad you're here, Suzanne. We missed you during the week. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Full of joy. It's what? Accept, align, allow. AAA, y'all. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five because the AAA. Oh, you're welcome, Annie. With all the peace and the power, the daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on the high five because the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy with all the peace and the power, the daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Full of joy. Oh, love you, Deirdre. Woo! Thank you, Leo, and thank you, Blue. Blue always adds in the woo at the end. Oh, what a great day together. I'll be back on at 1 o'clock with the 10 million for world peace meditation. Elena, good morning. Oh, so good to see you here, Elena. Thank you. Kathy, I looked at the subtitles and it said, start the day with Chick-fil-A. Well, you know, sometimes you just got to laugh at autocorrect, and especially on those subtitles. It's just funny, and I love funny stuff in life. Thank you for being here. So much love to every one of you. I love you so immensely. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And I'll see you later this afternoon. Bye, everyone. Namaste, y'all. Bye.